Hey, yo, what's the deal? It's your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? As of this recording right now, it is 3:20 p.m. You know what I mean? June 14th, 2025. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking raining here in Brooklyn. It's fucking raining. Like, I hate this shit. You know what I mean? I hate this shit. You know what I'm saying? I got my fucking umbrella on. You know what I mean? I'm fucking walking on Flatbush Extension. Just doing this video for y'all. It's fucking coming down. Now, I mean, I fucking hate the rain. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand that shit. Now, I mean, the rain puts people with a fucked up mood and everything. You know what I mean? But I'm like, you know what? I got my earphones and shit. So, and I got the umbrella. Get turn, man. You know what I mean? So, fuck it. Why not make a vid? You know what I mean? And this might be the only vid that I do for the day. I don't know. Mino sabe. That's what they say instead. Mino sabe. You know what I'm saying? So, I do want to talk about, CM Punk. You know what I mean? I want to talk about CM Punk and, his feud with John Cena going into Saudi Arabia. And, what the fuck? I don't like this pothole. There's a pothole here, you know what I mean, the water's up. You know what I mean? I'm going to pull back. But, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? The John Cena CM Punk thing, right? So, we all know that the match is happening for the WWE Championship at Saudi Arabia, right? In Night of Champions, right? And so, I don't know, like the chemistry that both Cena and Punk got with each other is magical. You know what I mean? Like, that was a great fucking segment last night on SmackDown. You know what I mean? With Cena and Punk. And it had you thinking, like, the way how AEW treated Punk on the way out, you know what I mean? Like, it lets you know that, AEW doesn't really know what the fuck they have until it's gone. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen this, like, they take a lot of their wrestlers for granted. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen this with fucking Cody. You know what I mean? We see this with Punk, and we also see, like, on the lower tier, like with Penta. You know what I mean? With Jay Cargill. I actually like Jay Cargill. Not as much as they don't, but I like Jay Cargill. But the thing is, when it comes down to like big names and stuff, right? It seems like with AEW, like they don't know what the fuck they have until, he or she disappears. And then when they wind up going to WWE, you know what I mean? And WWE like legit puts out all their full potential. You start to blame AEW for you know what I mean? Sorry if I'm doing it right. You know what I mean? Start to blame AEW for just everything that they do. You know what I mean? Like when it comes down to AEW, again, like they don't know what the fuck they have until it's fucking gone. You know what I mean? It's just like that Janet Jackson record. You know what I mean? The one with Q-Tip. And y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. But there's a problem with AEW. You know what I mean? This is a problem with AEW. Like, they do not let wrestlers really show their full potential until they leave the company. And this is a problem. You know what I'm saying? This is where, look at Punk in AEW, right? Punk really did not want to be there because he said this himself. They're not a business to make money. They're not. And people are bitching about Punk doing Saudi Arabia and all this other shit, right? But if this was AEW doing shit in Saudi Arabia, it's fine, right? It's all good, right? Get the fuck out of here. My thing is this. When it comes down to, the creative for AEW, right? This is the shit that, Tony Khan wants from thing, not what the wrestlers want. You know what I'm saying? And that could also be a reason why Cody left. Because think about this for a minute, okay? Just think about this. Why the fuck would Tony Khan want, to be the creative leader for himself? Why? When they was doing just fine, right? Why? Once that happened, you know what I'm saying? It was basically a wrap right then and there, And the fact that Punk, and you seen it in Punk's face when he was in AEW. He was not happy. He was not happy. That was not a happy camper there. Now, I mean, like, Punk was miserable. He was more miserable in the, he was more miserable, I'm going to say, in the last few years when he was in AEW than his time in WWE. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see his face. You know what I mean? He looks stressed. Punk looks stressed. You know what I mean? Because, again, like, AEW doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't. You know what I mean? Like, and again, like, it brings a lot of problems. How come when he went to WWE, right? Just answer this question. How come we went back to WWE, right? You know, the people that predicted that there was going to be problems there and such, I haven't heard anything. Nobody has heard anything since he got there. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has heard anything. You know, and that's a problem that AEW is going to have to deal with, down the road. Because you're starting to see it. You know what I mean? You are starting to see it. And SmackDown's starting to become really fucking good. You know what I mean? Like, it's starting to become real good, especially now, with CM Punk. And here's the thing why CM Punk is beyond valuable. He's trying to save that John Cena heel turn. You know what I'm saying? You see the shit that happened with Cena last night and R-Truth. R-Truth as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, Punk knows his value. Like, WWE knows Punk's value. AEW didn't. AEW did not. You know what I'm saying? AEW did not. I mean, you see the shit with Hangman and Punk, and then the shit with Jack Perry and Punk. It's the indie bullshit. And listen, Punk was smart enough to know that this indie shit don't make money. It don't make bread. You know what I'm saying? It don't make money. Now, I mean, this indie bullshit doesn't make money. It don't. It don't, because if that was the case, Punk would have still been AEW right now. He'd still be there. But the fact that AEW fucked that up in a big way, you know what I'm saying? That tells you all you need to know. You know what I mean? And they fucked up. They completely fucked up. They fucked up that bad to the point where, like, they thought the Punk, the Punk shit was done. You know what I mean? They got rid of the quote unquote cancer, and now AEW can move on. So basically, you got rid of Punk because you wanted to continue to be a billionaire indie fed. That's what the fuck this was about. And now look what happened. Now look what the fuck happened. And wow. I could just imagine. Maybe it might not even be the wrestlers. What I'm thinking of is Tony himself. It's always a fucking problem with Tony Khan. Always. It's always a fucking problem with this motherfucker. Right? And you see it. You fucking see it. You see it and you're like, damn. This nigga really he really doesn't know how to run a fucking wrestling business. He don't. And that's the crazy shit about it, yo. This is why, and mind you, like, there are people who don't want to be there. Like I said, I'm going to say 95% of the people that don't want to be there, including a specific EVP that's there. You know what I'm saying? And you can see it. And then I seen this stupid ass comment from Speedball Mike Bailey, which is laughable, because I was going to make that as a video today, but I'm like, you know what? Maybe I might say that for tomorrow. I don't know. Where he was like, he's looking to stay AEW for the long haul. Okay. All right. No problem. But yeah, AEW, when it comes down to value, a wrestler's value and what they really can bring, it's not there. It's not there. But why? Because everything all aims for one person and one person only. Tony Khan. That's it. Bitch ass. You know what I mean? Like, that's all that they value for. Tony Khan. And doesn't that remind you of somebody who we used to know who used to run WWE? Doesn't that kind of remind you of somebody? Man, I don't know. And then, speaking of AEW, right? Didn't I say that Meltzer was going to say some bullshit? And he said some bullshit today about AEW and their TV thing. Talking about, David Zasloff was a big backer of AEW. A big backer. Yeah, a big backer so much that he put the NBA first and foremost over any fucking thing for the WBD, right? I don't know, man. But AEW, man, when it comes down to a wrestler's value and a wrestler's worth, it's not there, man. It's not there. But I'm going to definitely holler at y'all, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm going to be making another video tonight. I don't. I really don't because of how bad it is outside right now and shit. But if so, I'm going to definitely holler at y'all. Peace.